So let's talk about the show on the 27th of November. Okay, so that is obviously the planned show that we discussed about last week, and we are planning on putting on for the 80th anniversary. So the goal is to put on a 1 hour special at the Super Studio City, which Samantha, myself, Jimmy, and Howard went to visit 2 weeks ago. It is the largest movie studio on the whole of the East Coast. So it's going to be the new Hollywood, pretty much. Okay. So, so it is. So anyway, I'm waiting for Kevin to get back with the price offer to host our 1 hour special. Samantha has kindly took on the burden to actually discuss and negotiate with Kevin on the studio, because we'll get a better rate because we're a charity. So Samantha has also worked with Kevin professionally before. So I thank Samantha for that. So I'm going to leave her to do the negotiation for us on our behalf to get the best rate. Okay. Now, as you know, for the show, we have the Wu-Tang Clan, which is, if you look at Wikipedia, it is the #1 rap group in the entire world. So we have the most famous hip hop rap group in the world to front our show. Okay. So they've given us a budget. So we Ariel, who's managing, she's the. Yeah, I got a message saying she's got an update. She said she was trying to get on, so so she's our celebrity director. So she signed up. She's communicating with the Wu-Tang Clan. So we are legally allowed to use the Wu-Tang logo. Okay, so we already got Ali Starr signed up. You have his profile on the business plan. We also have another member. I'm supposed to speak to his manager, but that's going to be our headline star performer. So our plan is to give them about 15 minutes to do 2 or 3 songs. Now, when I speak to the manager, I'm going to ask them to also compose a Love Little Dragon song, okay? Which we will use as our anthem. So that will be our anthem for our organization, okay? So with that, those will be our front headline performers. Depending on how many of the Wu-Tang members sign up, and this is ongoing, will depend on how many songs they'll get to do, whether it's 2 or 3 or 15 minutes or 20 minutes, etc. But they're the headline show act. Samantha will be the host, so she will introduce them. She'll pretty much make sure the show goes on time smoothly. Do that, like I said, I don't need to tell her what to do. She can help. She's pro on that side of things.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah.
So obviously there were people that will come physically, hopefully.
All of us. Let me finish.
I'm saying, but it also be probably on Zoom. So will they have to pay a?
Well, that's something we have to discuss about. If it's on Zoom, no. I'll cover that thing. Okay. I'm just talking about the show right now. Okay. So, but I said to you, our goal for the show is not just to entertain, it's also to educate and enlighten. It's to tell the world why we're entertaining. We're there to bring awareness. We're there to raise money, to do our various charitable deeds, okay? And that's why I have Andrea on board, okay? She's going to be there for 5 minutes to cover her creation with the One Humanity, One World, and also the educational platform. And you already seen the kind of interested parties, which I'm just going to pull up now, which I like name dropping, as Jimmy keeps telling me, showing. So this is the global organization worldwide that has signed up to our educational platform, which Andrea created, okay? So along with translating my God manuscript into 10 languages, she's created this, okay? So she spoke to Fazam, who wants her to get on board her foundation and her business entity. Okay, so Andrea is going to play a very, very important part in not only telling us about the various platforms, but the parties that she brought on board is through her. Okay, so that's why she's on this platform, on the show. Okay, I only put people, just in case, I only put people on there that's deserving to be on the show. All right, you know how ruthless I am, blah, 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 by now. Okay, I don't do things because I'm nice. I do things because I want things to succeed. Okay, business, exactly. So Andrea will get like 5 minutes to discuss her various One Humanity, One World, and also this Humanity for Peace educational curriculum. Next, I will have a dance, which will be done by Soko. So she's a professional dancer the world over. She's danced at, various presidential palaces all over the thing. So she's created a new dance movement called Ninja Ballet, which is perfect fit. So she's put the ninja form into a ballet style. So she's performed that over a couple of years now in New York, and it's absolutely spectacular. Okay, so I'm gonna get her to do her dance performance on the show. Then, last but not least, is Vincent Lynn. So Vincent Lynn straddles both the entertainment and the humanitarian. So Andrea's the humanitarian, and the Wu-Tang's the entertainment. Vincent is a movie star. He's been over 20 movies. He started with Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan said he's one of the best fighters he's ever fought on screen. Okay, he's a 2-time world kickboxing champion. He's also a Grammy-nominated composer, a concert pianist that performs all around the world. I once asked him, how can you be a kickboxer and still play the piano in your fingers all broken? But I said, I'm no concert pianist. And they are normally so delicate. They will not even allow their fingers to rest on the table. So I'm like, how can you punch people with your finger and still play? So he's an extra. But the reason why is he's also set up his foundation called We Can Save Children. So he's going around the world saving children. As you may know, there are 65 million people in slavery, according to the UN. There are more people in slavery now than there's ever been throughout the history. Okay, so he straddles. But we also, I plan on finishing the show like. What's that African song again?
We Are the World, We Are the Children, from Michael Jackson.
So
Yes.
All of us at the end of the show, Samantha will love this, is we're going to get all of us to go on the stage and sing together with the Wu-Tang Clan, with everyone. So I'm even going to convince Andrea to play the ukulele.
No way.
Ukulele expert. So.
My daughter can play the ukulele.
I might play the chopstick, but no, seriously, I'm thinking all the Bruce Lee people on the stage performing the Love Little Dragon song that the Wu-Tang. And to obviously create that as a single. So my goal is to release that as a single. So I'll have Vincent play on the piano. I'll have Andrea play on a ukulele. And I have obviously people like Soko do the dancing, and the rest of us who have absolutely no talent will go on the stage pretending we can sing. I'll kind of keep my mouth shut. I tell them to just mic the word, but don't actually say anything. Just let the room. And Samantha is also a kickboxer, so I'll have maybe I'll have a spar with Soko. Yeah. So at the end of the song, I'll ask Samantha and Soko spar ninja style against kickboxing style.
Right. I'll just punch him out.
Right? But seriously, that's what I plan for us to do. So all of us will get to be part of the show right at the end. That we'll have a sing song at the end. And I'm being serious. My goal is to speak to Wu-Tang about releasing that as a single, and hopefully as you know, the original one raised literally hundreds of millions of dollars, all right? So is our goal to raise lots of money? Absolutely, because we have a lot of charities, we have a lot of things that we want to do, as you can see. These are all the organizations, okay? But these organizations will also help us raise money, okay? So that's why this organization I've also put into Bruce Lee, the education, the anti-bullying, okay? So it's our goal to raise a considerable amount of money to run this Bruce Lee stuff. As you all know, this is more than just a one-off. Our goal is to make this a 360 day a year event, okay? So we're not just doing a one-off, and the Bruce Lee will play an important part in this role as well, okay, in all this. So my goal is to interrelate everything together, because our platform is to save the world, all right? We're a global effort, we're a global mission. So Andrea created the One Humanity, One World, which is a global social movement, okay? So the Bruce Lee, this Love Little Dragon, is going to be a global social movement under the One Humanity, One World that Andrea created. And you all know how crazy I am, all right? I created the One God, One Religion, okay? So mine is the global unification movement, okay? That is my personal desire in life, okay? I've not really encompassed it in this. I don't think it's appropriate, okay, for now, but that is my personal goal, is to unify all religion as one, okay? But it's not suitable for this particular one. So anyway, so that is the plan for the 27th November show. So we're waiting for Kevin to give us a quote on the show. Samantha is going to talk to him on Tuesday and discuss and negotiate. And what was your question again, Sammy?
I just wanted to know if we are going to charge.
Oh yeah,
Okay? Because it's.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. So Jimmy is already talking to his film and television organization about producing this show. Okay, so Jimmy is handling that right now. Okay, so it's in negotiation right now. So that part of it will be handled by Jimmy's film and television. So I'll let him do that. Obviously, Kevin can put on that role because he has the equipment and the stuff. So obviously, Kevin and his people can televise the event as well. But for now, our goal is to bring Jimmy's film and television organization into this. So they will not only produce the show, but they will likely broadcast it to Asia, the Asian market, because that's their prominent market. Okay. What I want Kevin to do is broadcast this to the whole of the US market. Obviously, he works with Vimeo and other through our Netflix and whatever. So as part of the organization, he will quote exactly how much he'll need to basically allow us to broadcast this to the whole of the US. Okay. So obviously, this would only be successful if we have major celebrities on board. So obviously we have the Wu-Tang, which is the #1 rap pop group in the entire world. So we have a superstar group. Samantha is going to talk to people like Mike Tyson, who you all know. So she's very connected to very prominent celebrities as well. So she's going to discuss about bringing other celebrities on board. So the more celebrities we bring on board, the more sponsorship we will be able to bring to support our goal, basically. Okay, so money follows money. Okay, so of course we have to pay these celebrities. My intention is to pay all of us. Okay, so not only the celebrities get paid, but everyone in this group that works for this will also get paid. Okay, so our goal is not just to cream us and make us do. Right now, I said to you, we're at the exploratory thing. We're volunteering our time for free, etc., But our goal is to raise the money, and each one of us will be paid appropriately for or all our deeds. Okay. So part of that to Sammy's question is, depending on Kevin's discussion, is to beam this through all the network. Obviously, the network, so it'd be like a pay-per-view. So we can decide whether we do a pay-per-view type thing or we offer this free. But that's something that we'll have to, and that's something that Samantha will probably be able to enlighten us more because she's worked for the media platform. So
I'm thinking of nominal fee, that's $5.
well, yeah, that's something, yeah. So
Okay, that comes out also.
yeah, well, so that's like a pay-per-view thing. So that's something like I said, moving forward, again, Samantha can, and Kevin as well. So when we sit down, Kevin, because Kevin, that's his business. So anyone that can pretty much tell us the realistic is going to be Samantha and Kevin, okay? But that's only going to be realistic if we bring in celebrities, okay? No offense, but no one's going to pay per view for looking at me, Dr. Leon Ying, the ugly guy. Who the hell is he? All right, I may have the cutest ass in the world, so I keep telling everyone. But even that, I pay per view to look at my cute ass, okay? No matter how cute it is, that's the reality, okay? So we have the Wu-Tang, but if Samantha could bring in the superstars like, Mike Tyson, etc. And I'm gonna ask Vincent to invite his superstar. So like people like Jackie Chan, because Vincent knows Jackie Chan. And this is the advantage because we're doing this for a good cause. There's a lot of celebrities that are likely to offer the time either for free or for minimum fee. Okay?
Yep.
The rate that Wu-Tang offered us was a very, very good rate. I'll tell you that now. I'm not going to go into detail what they offered, but it was a very, very good rate. So that's part of the thing anyway.
One other question.
I also think it would be a good idea if you bring on board the couple that found.
What's that, Andrea? Quiet.
I was telling to Samantha that I think that it's a very good idea, her proposal, to bring on board the couple that found teaching anti-bullying, because that perfectly fits.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Project.
So absolutely. So
Should be the main
anti-bullying
focus.
is a very, very important platform for the Bruce Lee thing. So Samantha runs her own anti-bullying charity foundation. So as well as hosting it, so Andrea will talk about her One Humanity, One World, but I want Samantha to also talk about the anti-bullying, her charity and her deed. So yeah, as well as the host. So yeah, so like I said to you, we want to get the message out there that, we're not just entertaining, we're entertaining for a reason. We're entertaining to educate, we're entertaining to enlighten, okay? And that's more the reason why we can then get celebrity. So our goal is to bring, through various channels, my goal is also literally to try and invite Angie Jolie. The reason why is I want her to be our ambassador for our educational platform. So she doesn't need the fame, she doesn't need the money, all right? We couldn't afford her, to be quite honest, But if she hears what we do, she's more likely to volunteer time for free. Not only for free, more likely to pay us to appear, because she's got so much money, so much fame.
Yes.
Person like that will pay us to appear on our show because she wants to support us. Okay? So
yeah, and I will try to bring on board another foundation that is more dedicated to the education, which is One Education, One World. So by the end of the week, we will see if we can have that on board.
Perfect.
So I'll be working on that this week.
Yeah, perfect.
So the more on board, perfect, and to support the education and the educational message. Also in the other countries as well. Yeah. Because you want this to be a worldwide event, right?
Absolutely. So
then we get the charity of other countries.
Andrea, the One Education, One World. So have you been in touch with them already? I know you spoke to Fazam about
I have a talk tomorrow with them, with the founders. So I will be chatting with them, with the founders, and maybe they will join.
They're based in California, but they they do all their charity work in India.
I'm with One World. I got to find the materials from 20 years ago. There's some One World thing that they might.
All right, yeah. But they're connected through Fazam. Remember, I bought Fazam for the thing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, but they are registered in the US.
All right.
They will probably also join us in the Ohio event of this Saturday. But I have the call with them tomorrow. I will tell them about this Bruce Lee event. So let's see if they want to join. And I will report everyone.
Great. So what I will do then is I will, after this recording, I will actually post this recording on our YouTube channel. So that way you can relay this information to people like that. So you're speaking to the two founders, right? The ladies?
Tomorrow. They are waiting for me to call.
Is Fazam going to be on the call as well?
I don't think so.
Okay, all right. No, as long as you arranged it. If you need to use the Zoom, I can give you the Zoom platform code as well, Andrea, okay?
Yeah,
so,
no worries in that.
So if anyone needs to use the Zoom as well, I can just tell me if it's related to Bruce Lee or any of the things. I can help set up any Zoom conference for anyone on that. So yeah.
Yeah, I think I've seen somewhere in one of the good notes that supposedly Michael Douglas will also be part of it. Is that true or not?
Michael Douglas. Who's Michael Douglas?
Chief Lee.
He's a very good actor.
Michael Douglas. I'm thinking of another Douglas.
He's a very nice man.
Michael Douglas.
Yeah.
Oh, that Michael. No fair. Maybe I don't. But I thought Michael Douglas passed away. Am I wrong?
No, he's still alive.
Kirk Douglas. Yeah, Kirk Douglas. Yeah. Sorry, Kirk Douglas. That's why I didn't want the Douglas passed away. Oh no, you can get Michael Douglas. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. That's why
No, well, it wasn't from me. It
I
wasn't from
don't
me.
know, but I don't know who it was from. Supposedly, because I did not ask about other celebrities, but somehow that.
Yeah, but anyway, so Samantha will help round up some celebrities as well. Now, if that happens, Samantha, one thing we could do is, well, make it into an hour and a half. Because what we think we could do as well is make this into like a telethon fundraising. So we have people like that,
Answering the phones?
Superstar like that. We could bring them in, talk, and then have like a telethon, a fundraising telethon. So maybe you want to speak to Kevin about that, about get a switchboard where we can have an international fundraising telethon. But we can only do that if we have A-listed superstar, okay? So yeah, Wu-Tang is an A-listed superstar, but we can get 2 or 3 like that, A-listed superstar. Then yeah, we could then seriously then talk about doing a live telethon. Then we will extend the show to an hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours if we can get big.
If they, I've run telethons as a host before, and a lot of times where they're answering the phones, they would get the free CD of Wu-Tang if their donation was high enough.
That's fantastic. So I love that. So we get enough superstar, we'll do a telethon, and like, for example, we could, like Samantha said, for those that have various tiers of donation, like $50, they'll get a CD of the Wu-Tang. For $100, they can look at my cute ass if they want to, although I doubt that they'll pay. So, but joking aside, but yeah, we'll have various tiers depending on celebrity, like Mike Tyson, if he appears here, maybe we'll get him to do an autographed glove, boxing glove, that we can maybe, say, you got to sponsor $150 and we'll have a lottery out of those that sponsor 150.
Hello? Okay, help me. I'll be right there. Go to the door to your right. I need your help, Leon, because I'm bringing in Amy Zhao, you met, but she doesn't get along with Michael Daly too much. So F it, because she's bringing Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield. So
Samantha knows Amy very well, right?
No, she's never met me.
So Samantha, have you met Amy?
No,
Samantha?
yeah, next week.
Her on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yes.
But no, you're meeting Amy Zhao as well on Tuesday?
I'm taking
Yes.
Right. Let me talk to you privately on that, okay? Because there could be a little bit of friction. I'll talk to you privately. Okay, I understand. Let me talk to you. Okay, all right. Anyway, I'll talk to Howard and I'll talk to you, Samantha, privately about Amy's. In fact, I may go and see Amy privately as well, because I know Amy as well. So, as you know, I have to play the politics as well.
Of course.
not
Of
as well as the organizer. As you know, I have to play the asshole, which I play very well, as you all know. I'm right. So that I play very well, but I have to do a lot of political because, especially in this group, there are, let's just say, some people that don't get on, and so.
How would you make an education platform? What are we doing? Is it like an education platform?
Well, Andrew's going to be doing that. Andrew's going to be doing that.
It could be something where the teachers, got to the point where it got big enough, teachers could pass that stuff to the schools, technically,
Yeah, I mean, our goal is to obviously like bring children in.
I could barely hear.
Like the anti-bullying. So part of the campaign.
Yeah, I know.
So I understand. So part of that goal is for the show is to bring kids in, tell them like, listen, especially those kids. What I like to do is bring those kids that's been bullied. Okay, so say to a bully, look, you're a bully, you're an asshole. You're never going to be invited to any party. Okay, the people that you're bullying are the people that are going to get the rewards because they're the nerds. Because I was a nerd when I was a kid. Now I was also a very, very, very let's just say obnoxious little kid as well. I would always fight back, so I would never accept being bullied. So I didn't really get bullied because they know I would always fight back. But like I said to you, there's obviously a lot of kids that can't fight back. Okay, so we want to help those. So as part of the show, we'll invite all the kids that have been bullied on the show, saying, listen, ignore those idiots, and they are idiots, all right? Because we all faced bully before. They're big and they're stupid, all right? And I'm going to say that out loud. Bullies are big and stupid, okay? So if you're a bully, I can tell you right now, I can say, all right, all you have for you in life is that you're big and you're stupid, okay? And if you want to go through life as a big, stupid bully, then you're going to achieve effing all, okay? So it's our global campaign to ensure that you don't have to be a bully to succeed. That's part of our educational platform.
Yeah, that's true, Leon, but remember, you cannot be a bully to the bullies. We have to be very political. So instead of calling them stupid or encourage little nerds to front their bullies, what if we just said that if you're being bullied, it's just because you are not having a proper education? Because it's the lack of education that makes us bullies.
Yeah.
So just telling the people who have a good education that they are being mature, they will succeed in life. They don't have to let unconscious people drag them down. But don't go to the other extreme. We don't want to become the bullies.
That's why I'm not on the show. That's why you notice, guys, I did not put myself on the show because I know how I'm not.
Samantha, never let him the microphone.
How can you have an anti-bully?
You will ruin it. Don't pass him the mic.
Yeah, I'm on your side.
He has a big mouth. It's dangerous.
So that's why I make sure that I'm not on the show because, like I said, I have to be politically correct. And sometimes
we don't want to make bullies cry.
No, because the bullies will whack you.
So I'll make sure that I'm not on the show. Okay, I can be like Elaine. What's her name? Elaine Degenerate. So I can be the bad nasty bully off stage. Okay. You can all say I'm like the Elaine DeGeneres thing, but on the stage I'll let you.
Ellen DeGeneres.
Yeah, Ellen DeGeneres. She's gone into a lot of trouble right now for being too nasty and So anyway, so we have Jenny here that disappeared. Jenny.
Hi, Jenny.
Hi.
We have Anna.
Welcome, everyone.
Okay, so all right. So anyway, we had a good talk, good session already. We're recording this, so I'm going to post this on our collective YouTube channel for those who missed it. We had a good discussion on the show, etc. So I am not gonna cover the topic again for latecomers. All right. So this is fully saying this. Okay, we are not going to cover the same ground for those that are late. Hint, hint. Okay.
It's being recorded, right?
All right, it's being recorded. Yeah. So tough effing shit if you're late. So yes, even this recorded, you can put in live. People already know how obnoxious I am, so I have nothing to hide on that front. But anyway, so yeah, so fantastic. So we have a show that we plan putting on. It looks like we're going to expand this show. We're going to speak to Samantha. We're going to speak to Amy about bringing more heavyweight celebrities, superstar. We get the major links in. Then we'll talk about doing a forum fundraising phone-a-thon
Telephone,
event. Yeah, telephone. And then in that case, we'll probably expand the show then to an hour and a half, 2 hours, depending on how many superstars that we bring on board. And this is great. We could do this annually. So it's like the Jerry Lewis fundraising event. We could do this seriously. We could do this annually. All right. And as you know, the Jerry Lewis fundraising raised literally tens of hundreds of millions of dollars every year. All right. So again, but our goal is to obviously put this money to good use. And again, I'm going to show everyone again. This is one of the reasons. Okay. This is the education. This is the Humanity for Peace, our collective. There. Then Andrea's creation, One Humanity, One World. Okay. And this is a global platform. This is a global organization that's already signed up. Okay. So we have the world paying attention to us. We have the world waiting for us to ignite. And Andrea's going to speak to one of the other global organizations, One Education, One World. Is it tomorrow, Andrea, or Tuesday?
Yep. Tomorrow.
Okay.
Andrea, I would like to
what we're
interview
doing
you
it for.
regarding
Okay.
your model.
So when we
Let's
send
keep
this,
in touch privately.
all right. So when we send this, so one thing, Samantha, maybe or Andrea, what I'll ask you to, because you're better at creating posters, I'll ask you to create a poster. So we have the poster of the show, but I want a poster of this, what we're doing this for. So we can give it to celebrities, we can give it to the big donors, the big sponsors, and say, listen, help us accomplish this goal. Okay?
Yeah.
Is this inside the deck? Is this inside the deck for investors and for people that want to sponsor? Because it should
be. Absolutely. Yeah. And Samantha, as you know, there's going to be 6 senior executives on board this Love Little Dragon. So me and Howard are going to be the top 2 tiers. Then I already have Jimmy here and Ariel, who's going to bring in the celebrities in. Yeah. So Samantha, based on what you potentially could bring in, I would like to discuss with you about asking you to be one of the senior executives as well. So our goal is to have only 4 along with, so only 6. And these were people, because like I said, we cannot have too many cooks in the chef. Okay?
No. Too many cheese.
But everyone will have their place. Everyone will be involved in it. Everyone will, contribute constructively. But, but those that contribute the most, those that bring in the most, should have the most say. Absolutely. We should, we should absolutely make sure that those. So maybe afterward, I'll speak to you privately on that as well, Samantha.
Okay. That's
all right. So anyway, so this is exciting. So we have a potential now to expand that show into major, but that's only on bringing bigger celebrities. So right now we have great celebrities. We have the Wu-Tang. They're the #1 rap hip group in the world. Okay, and we have the Wu-Tang. We can use the Wu-Tang label, etc. Okay, but we can bring in 2, 3, or 4 more big name celebrities, like Mike Tyson, that kind of thing. Big, maybe I'll go and after Angelina Jolie, things like that. We bring in A-leaguers to that, then we can really, really take off on this. And then we could do this as an annual charity raising event, okay? All right, so we covered the show extensively. So I'm gonna let Samantha negotiate with Kevin on Tuesday. I'll let Jimmy handle the discussion with the film and television organization that he wants to bring on board to produce the show and televise it to the rest of Asia. Kevin will do it televised to the rest of the US, etc. And of course, we can do our own Zoom and thing to the world as well. So we can discuss how big. If it gets so big, we probably don't need a pay-per-view. To be honest with you, because it'd be like the Jerry thing. We don't need the pay-per-view. We'll raise it to the corporate sponsor and through the phone thing.
You may want
That's what we discussed about.
You may want to consider pay-per-view because it makes it more global, and you can offer the same types of subscription base. You have streaming revenue coming in to support
Okay.
the.
All right. I stand corrected. So all right. So that's Samantha's recommendation. All right. So you, me, and Kevin and the other team will talk about that. Obviously, once we know who the superstars is and the size and the budget, then we can talk about the pay-per-view and all that stuff. But okay,
Yes.
so but yeah, if Samantha, that's what she recommends, then she's a professional, so we'll stand by that. Okay, so that's the show covered. Okay, so I'm gonna go over to Jenny because she said she was gonna have the logo done by today. So I'll let her show us the logo.
Okay.
How do I show them to the end of the table? Leon always shares so the guys can see.
The logo?
No, just show on your computer here. Just turn your computer around because then they can show it on here. So bring it up to the camera. Sit here on this chair, the master chair, and show the world because we can see it, right?
Yeah.
All right, just sit on this chair. Sit on this chair. Put this on your lap.
Okay.
And then let me. I'm going to switch to speaker role.
So can see stuff. Can you guys see it?
No,
No,
you can.
Not now.
Not now.
Oh, it has to be.
No, wait.
When I lower this, right? Yeah, like that.
That's good.
Now let me get you the speaker. You are the speaker.
Look, I need you to, hey, Jim, I need you to go.
Okay, let me participants. Mute, play, spot, edit profile. Speaker view. All right, speaker view. Why am I not getting? No offense, Samantha, but I'm gonna get you. Man, screw it. Sorry. I just show it on there, and everyone can see it.
Yeah.
So just show it on there.
I'm gonna do this. Leon, see? You can
Okay,
see,
fine.
right,
That's
like that.
perfect. All right.
Okay, okay, so, Anna, thanks. So I had shown the group at our meeting about 2 meetings ago when we started on the discussion on the Love Little Dragon logo. And I had shown everyone that the best logos are the most simple, basic graphic designs. As you can see, if you guys can see here, 5 principles of effective logo designs are simple, memorable, timeless, versatile, and appropriate. And
Sorry, Jim.
yeah, is it clear enough? Yeah.
So,
Much better now.
Much better.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, great. Okay.
see that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
great.
All right, guys.
Now we can even read.
Okay, terrific. So I have shown everyone some of these samples, as we recognize these household names, right? Nike, Apple, Starbucks, Shell, McDonald's. It's all very simple, very easily recognizable. That's the most successful logo, but it doesn't always translate well for every business. However, these are the successful ones, and these are more samples. Okay, so I started doing a lot of my, I looked at about 100, various logos. I think I have some of them here. Yeah, these are, references to, for my ideas for the concept.
The dragon.
So yeah, quickly show everyone last time, 2 meetings ago. So this is the artwork, the original artwork that I created for Love Little Dragon. And here it is, because here is the artwork. We wanted the heart shape of the dragon, right? And then inside will go our name, Love Little Dragon. So I played around, with it a little bit to create more of a heart shape. Actually, at the end, at the very bottom over here, it's a tail, and it also shapes the heart. Can you see?
No, fact.
Yes.
Yes.
Let me see.
It's a little big.
You see, also at the very bottom here, it's
yes. A heart also at the bottom.
Yes. Like. Okay, so this is one, Love Little Dragon, and these are 3 different typefaces. Love, this particular typeface, I chose it because it has a feeling of love, and then little, of course, representing, little, the size of it, and then dragon. This is another version of the fonts, 3 different fonts. I chose this one. I changed this dragon because it has the feeling of dragon, the tail, the kind of a playfulness of the.
Yeah, trouble is that the O and V looks too similar. It looks like Lou to me, Louis.
Oh, I can change that, to another font. I wanted something that looks like love, the feeling of love, but I can change it if, this is another version, but I like this is more cohesive, right? Yeah, as opposed to it being on the bottom, and it's also, it's not cohesive and it takes too much space. This is more cohesive.
Jenny, what made you, for the very first one that you have,
I'm sorry, what was
the
it?
very first example that you had with the font?
The artwork? Oh, the
artwork, yeah. Why didn't you use love to match dragon? I love the way the dragon font is.
I
don't know about anybody else, but I think that the dragon font and love should be alike and little should be different because that encompasses the whole love that you're trying to put together, I think. I wonder what that would look like.
I'm sorry. It was a little hard for me to hear you. Love Little Dragon, you said for the little to be a different font?
No. The very first example you showed us, so you noticed that love, you tried to make it feel like love. I really feel, and I don't know if I'm the only one, I love the font choices that you chose for little and the word dragon. And I'm wondering if you changed the word love to match the first dragon font that you had, that might be a little more encompassing person. Yes, I find that would keep little font the way it is, but the love font should mimic the dragon font. That would be beautiful in my opinion.
Okay, sure. All right. So I'll change that to the same font as the dragon.
Right, love and dragon should match. Little should stay the way it is, but that to me is more cohesive and it looks like it works together.
Okay, sure.
The other thing I like to say is...
Can I show other versions too?
Okay.
The red. Yeah, I also did a red version. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, so it is interspersed. The red is integrated with some of the gold, interspersed with it. So, thank you. So, yeah, and then here's a yellow version. I said to the group last time that yellow might not be strong enough to stand on its own. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Right? So
yes, I like how you incorporated that. I think the only thing I would look at is maybe seeing how the dragon font would look with the word love, because I think that you've got it, you've nailed it. I just think love is lost right now.
Sure. Okay.
I love what you did. It works perfectly. It's just the love stands out to me, and it just doesn't look like it works with the rest of what you're trying to say.
Okay. So I'll use the same font as the dragon font.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
There are 3 separate fonts here. Okay.
Yes.
Well, I would like to say that the artwork is beautiful, and I love the way the red give it some more powerful feeling.
Yes.
Just like the Bruce Lee, it's more powerful, but the yellow looks like golden and gives it elegance.
Yes.
Yes.
So it's more sublime feeling, and I like Samantha's idea of the fonts, but I think that the word little, it's quite too little, because I'm thinking of the logo on posters or in that kind of stuff. It will be hard to read the name,
right.
So it will be people will read Love Dragon, but it will be hard for them to read the word little.
Can she increase
this? I'm gonna say, right, I have tried to make it bold, right? Yes. So it'll stand out more. I could not manipulate the font yet. I'll work on it, right? And I'll send revisions, to everyone.
Jenny, did you try the lettering in red and gold as well, just like the dragon? Maybe that will really make it stand up. So the dragon right now is red and yellow, which I think most people love.
Red and gold, actually.
Yeah, red and gold. But I'm just saying, maybe also put the lettering in red and gold. So, for example, the love and the dragon in red and the little in gold, something like that. Or the black. So I'm saying, so put the lettering in the both together. Now, I'll be honest with you, I probably will have both versions, one with the words and one without the words. So, for example, on the letterhead, if we have a letterhead, I will probably, on the letterhead, I will probably just use the symbol itself. So there'll be times when I'll use the word Love Little Dragon, and there'll be times when I'll just use the image itself.
Right, you can have the name Love Little Dragon next to it. I'll create.
No, I like it in the center, but I would like to have one where there's no word.
Yes. Well, this is the logo, right? But for our stationery, I'll create stationery first. It could be it has to read on the side, the address, the name,
but that's what I'm saying. That will be on the
website
on the side.
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying. On the letterhead, it may just be the. I don't know. I will put. It depends on how it looks. Yeah. There'll be times when we, like example, there may be times where we just put the actual image itself. Right. And then there'll be times where we'll put the image and the name itself. Because we want like the Apple sign. People should know when they see the Apple sign. They know it's Apple. They don't need the name Apple.
They don't need the name. Right.
Red is also Apple. And you guys probably all know red is good luck, right? In the Chinese culture, our culture for 4,600, almost 700 years. It's good luck. It's it's everything.
And also the red gives more the impression of a heart on the tail that you were talking about.
And also a heart, right?
Yeah, it's more like a heart.
Jenny, can you bring the two dragon heads a little closer together? That might find room in the center for a more prominent name.
Yeah, make it more look like a heart. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, heart.
Sure, I can do that. Yeah, I just want to create room for the name, for our name, Love Little Dragon.
But it'll be consistent, which is important.
Yeah. But it's beautiful. I love the artwork.
Yes.
The name outside of the heart?
No.
I don't keep it inside. I believe it's better inside.
Right.
Okay.
Eventually, you want to be a more recognizable logo without a name. Eventually, then people will know that is Love Little Dragon.
A line of the heart.
Exactly.
Outline. That I'm just afraid that it can get. See, I wanted to get elaborate, but remember I showed you guys in the beginning. These very successful companies is very plain. Those are, the more, simple, because I would love to, I'm an artist, so I can create, elaborate art. But for the success of our logo to be recognizable, we have to kind of keep it, I'm keeping in between.
Square. Go back. Take a look at the square. Go back. Okay, the center of the square, okay? Not the whole thing, but just a line, an outline.
I know what you, yeah, I'm just
Just
afraid that it might, especially when it's reduced small,
right.
the outline will can disappear, you know? That's my.
Hey, Jenny, if you notice,
Yeah.
all the dragons, their head tends to be a little bigger. So that's, you don't have to close the heart. But
Yeah, I'll close it, yes. Yes,
it's beautiful though.
yeah,
Keep the concept.
What about
The same
art?
word. Just change
The-
the word. It's just
the lo-
beautiful.
the-
Dragon wrapped around the heart.
the heart at the very bottom, it also shapes like a heart here.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you see?
In red, it's
Right.
more obvious. Yeah.
Yep.
Easy
Right.
to see.
So, oh, I wanted to make it big, but that's too big. Yeah, I like everyone's idea. I'm gonna bring the two dragons to create more
Also
of
together.
a heart shape.
Yeah.
I just wanted to have room for the name, our name of Little Dragon. I'll play with it and I'll send you guys some revisions,
Yeah.
before we choose. Also, we have to get this copyrighted. So
Yeah.
I'm showing it here, but you really can't,
Yeah.
broadcast it.
Okay, so Jenny, when do you think that
People can just take it, take
yeah,
that logo.
yeah, that's true. So Jenny, do you think that after you get the logo ready, will be possible to add it to
Yeah.
posters or that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Finish it first.
See, I customize, this is customized. No one has it. So we have to copyright it. Other people cannot take it. Yeah,
Once
you
you
will
finish
do that.
it, all right? Once you finish it, I don't want to be copywriting 101 design. Finish it first, and then we'll copyright it. Okay, that's how it works. That's how business do things.
Oh,
okay?
yeah. No, it has
Finish
to
it
be.
first.
It has to be a finished version,
Oh,
yeah.
exactly.
Right.
So
Right.
you're not finished yet, so don't worry about it.
So, okay, so this is customized for us. No one has it, right? So we don't have to worry about it. Yeah, it can be used on anything. T-shirts. I've shown these guys a lot of different merchandise designs last time, right? You guys remember? Yeah. So yeah,
By the way,
mugs.
you're not copyrighted. And like I said to you, here, there's 101 people. That's why I don't really like it. 101 people with different opinions. So you're the artist. So if you want to give us a vote,
When I
that's
finish
fine. But you know the way I operate, right? You give me a responsibility, I just do it, and I say, "This is it. It's done. Now shut up."
And then
all
people
right?
will recognize
Yeah.
it and they can
Yeah.
check.
So
Yeah.
you have a choice, Jenny. You can either keep taking votes on it, or you can just come up with a design. Your responsibility.
I
okay?
will, but it's
All right.
great to have people's input because we want the strongest design possible, right, guys? Within the time frame we have.
And you really have.
Yes.
I'm just saying, make up your mind and design.
Yes, we'll do. We'll do. I'll definitely have it during the week, and then we can have it copyrighted, and yeah, it's going to be terrific because it's ours. Yeah, it's right. It's original for our group, and we're going to use it for a lot of different things, right? Yeah.
So Jenny,
Oh,
to
yes,
make
please.
posters, we have to wait for it to be copyrighted, or can we start using it already?
One thing you want to do is
sorry.
maybe have a jewelry line.
I don't know if you guys can see.
Could you hear me?
From the camera.
Okay. So this is the pen. There's two types. One is very small for men and women. Men would be like this big, twice the size of my shells. This is, by the way, a Kabbalic signed by Rachel Brown. So the small one would be like a choker, like right here. And this is just a very beginning. This love actually has a heart between the two dragons. We don't have to be exactly like her logo, but we could have maybe we could even have 10 variations of this design right here. It's very important that two dragons are flanking on both sides, because that's, if you look at Chinese temples, always two dragons with a thing, like the grandfather clock. grandfather clock has like a video on top and the scroll. So it's similar to Western and Eastern concept, but with there's a yin and yang that's in there. It's very important because yin and yang is a very it's a universal what is it concept logo, and then heart means love little dragon. So this is, we could translate our logo into jewelry pieces. And like I said, there could be 5 or even 10 variations of how the dragons are forming. You know, maybe the dragon can look more like a heart shape. Well,
Yeah, I would.
yeah.
Yeah,
So there's more leeways with jewelry designs than the logo itself. The logo would have to be stayed. Exactly.
But
yeah,
for
yeah.
part of the merchandising, it would be great if you guys would design one with our logo, right? Because that's what people will know us for.
No, definitely, there's got to be at least a design in jewelry that is pretty much identical to the logo.
Yeah,
So
right.
And then I said to you, then you could design
That would make
another
sense.
jewelry set that, so there's at least one primary one that's exactly like
Yes.
the logo. But then you could design another jewelry set in the
Right.
collection that, have different dragons and different, the yin and yang, and yeah, that's it. But there should be at least one that is identical to
Right.
that, be our
Yeah.
signature jewelry set. So like everything, every merchandise should at least have one primary one which goes up exactly of our logo. So everyone can see the apple, knows it's apple. Everyone should be able to see that and recognize, oh, that's the little dragon.
Exactly. That's why it's very important. I showed you guys, the logo of these major companies, right? Apple, Nike, yeah, it has to be readily recognizable. You just know that that's love, that is love little dragon, that's what we want, right? So, yeah, it has to be very clear. Thank you. Yeah, we wanted to love,
So in summary, you're going to bring it, so am I correct that most people prefer the red and gold, right? I think that's most people's opinion. The red and gold seem to be
it's more striking too.
The option. So Jenny's going to bring the dragon's head closer together, so it's making more of a heart sign.
Yeah.
Okay, and then she's going to do the right letter in the font to fit in and make it look blah blah blah, etc., sexy and whatever. And then once you've done that, like I said to you, you can either say this is the final version, end the conversation, or if you want to take vote, maybe give us 2 or 3 options and say, guys, vote on these 3. The ones that get the highest vote wins. Okay, so you can do it that way, so we don't have too many iterations, like you said. Okay, so you can either make a decision, say, all right, this is the logo, done, or you do 2 or 3 designs, and we can then all vote on it, and whichever gets the biggest vote.
Sounds good.
Like the jewelry, you can put the jewelry in the eyes.
Yeah.
The eyes are stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to do this, like for example, the jewelry
The
set,
diamond, the stones.
Jenny, if you want to do it exactly like the jewelry set, so this is the thing, then you might want to have it like touching at the bottom, because of the jewelry set, you've got to have it like connected. Therefore, if you want something like, the jewelry has to be identical to the logo, then you have to design the logo that it may, it may require, it physically. Obviously, you can have a necklace up here that's dangling, but you may want to consider that for jewelry set and other things like, ornament, it may be better to have the logo touching.
Yeah.
So when you make the ornament, the cup or whatever, the widgety things, whatever, it's in one piece. So it's easier to make in one piece than 2 separate pieces. So that's something that you may want to bear in mind.
Yeah. And I'll have it touch more. Yeah, it's touching right at the tip of the tail. But I'll have it.
Maybe I'm just saying, maybe it's easier to, if you want the jewelry or the other merchandises, the big bronze statue, for example. Let's just say we want to make a big bronze statue for Bruce Lee, because one of the goals that I want to make is make because there's a bronze Bruce Lee, 2 of them out on the West Coast in San Francisco and LA. So my goal is to put in a bronze statue of Bruce Lee here on the West Coast, the only one on the West Coast. And Jimmy's going to help us with the coordination with the community here. That's just because we got to go through various channels to get that done.
Very,
So
very
one of the
good,
things is to put this on the, so my goal is to put this logo onto the front.
Yeah,
as
yeah.
well.
And Anna, the diamond can go right here.
Yeah, exactly. The diamond is
You know?
center.
Right,
Yeah.
very center.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Beautiful, yeah. And if the name could be engraved on it, Love Little Dragon, that's
I mean, if you're really, again, I'm not going to confuse this thing, but if you really, really think, you could even make the love little dragon
Howard, please.
within the dragon's body. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the body is love little dragon. So the body actually has the wording in it.
Right.
So it's like a skeleton of the dragon. So the love little dragon actually in the body itself. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
So like the love is in here, then the little is in here, and then the dragon is here.
Yeah,
Something like
I'm
that.
gonna,
You
yeah,
wanna do- I mean, I'm just saying, but that makes it really, really complicated.
I know.
You join the two, you join everything, you have the centerpiece.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, you know, rather than get everyone's opinion, just either make your mind up or give us 2 or 3 choices that we can vote on.
Yeah.
Okay?
okay, sounds good.
Jimmy, you gonna say something?
Yeah, that's why we're here. We hear all the.
Exactly, exactly, yeah, that's,
Okay.
right.
Well, I just want to, like I said, we can't have too many cooks doing the same thing, so
No,
we've got to make them mind up.
What you suggested with the wording inside
To
the
make it as
package.
Yeah, and then we can vote on it.
Vote, which one of the three?
Okay.
So you make.
It has to be simple to make, simple to make.
Which one we like, the
Right.
majority.
Change.
Yeah, so the sooner you can get this done, the sooner I can have it trademarked
Make
and
these
make it protected for us.
Yes,
okay?
yes, yes,
Right, well, no point talking about it until it's finished.
right, right. So I'm gonna change, right, just to confirm, what we've discussed, change the love font to the dragon font, right? I'm gonna close the tails, yeah, and the heads to create more of a heart
Yeah.
shape.
Yeah,
Okay.
Right.
that will look great.
Yeah, yes. I think it's going to be terrific. And if I could incorporate Love Little Dragon, the thing is, you know, we can do it on like T-shirt. You know, I can create a separate file for that. Yeah, to print it up large. Otherwise, when it's small like this, you can't see anything. On stationaries, you can't really see it. But thank you so much, ladies. Your
Thank you, Jenny. Your album was amazing. Thank you for
Yeah,
making
thank
something
you.
so original.
your input was very valuable. Thank-
Beautiful what
you.
you've done. Now I
Yeah.
think just closing it up will be amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Once you make the logo of something, it's more closer to become real. So can't wait to see how
Yeah,
it ends.
Exactly.
And it will be
Exactly.
wonderful to have it in the posters as well. So I will wait for you to have it ready and to give permission to use the logo on posters.
Great. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, because that's our identity. Our logo is our
Andrea, we
identity.
want to also-
Exactly.
Well, so fantastic. All right.
Great.
Okay.
Okay. Nice job, Jenny. Thank you.
You?
No, Humanity for Peace has that's a different thing. That's Andrea's working on that education. So actually, that's a good thing, actually, Andrea. Maybe we'll have to talk about doing a logo also for Humanity for Peace. So that's something. She already done a logo for One Humanity, One World. So Andrea's already designed the One Humanity, One World that has a logo. But the Humanity for Peace, that's the educational thing. So that may be something, Andrea, you may want to think about.
Yeah. No, I'm planning on it.
All right, good.
Yeah.
So anyway, so we covered the show extensively. The logo's fantastic. Great job, Jenny. So you just need to finalize that. What are the topics we want to cover here? So obviously it all comes down to money, okay? So obviously once we get the funding, the money, we can pretty much rock and roll on a lot of stuff, okay? So that's something that I am working on with certain parties, etc. Okay? So right now it's all talking, but we can only walk once the money can pay for it, okay? So that's something that I am actually working on with various parties certain people are aware of that. Okay, but until we get the money, it's just all talk right now. Okay,
Right.
But I think we all feel the potential of this, that there is great opportunity here, and that we believe we can get various parties. And yes, there are various parties that are very, very interested in supporting us. And that's why, again, I reiterate, we have to be very, very careful on the political front. Okay, you all know what a silly bugger I am, etc., foul mouth, obnoxious, and whatever. But in a public, on a forum that's business-like, you know, just be mindful of that. You and I have to be mindful. And you've seen, you know, chew someone's ass up today, but I did that for an obvious reason. Okay, I don't do that because, you know, maybe I do that because I'm a nasty guy, but I do that to protect our butt, basically. Okay, and to protect our butts for a good reason. So just bear that in mind. You know, we all want this to be successful. Okay, so we all have to be very, very mindful. And as I mentioned, as Howard mentioned, even talking about bringing Amy Zhao. I'm not going to go into history. Those that know the history, I don't need to explain it to you guys. Those that don't know the history, it's none of your business, basically. Okay, it's sensitive matter, but I and certain party have to sort it out. But that's the issue, is that we want to avoid such complications.
I think if you could tie this with the anti-bullying campaign already used in schools in the U.S., that might be a way of also getting funding. If you tie it in with the anti-bullying campaign that's probably already used in the U.S., right? Education in schools, or expand on the anti-bullying campaign.
Yeah. So, well, I said Samantha already has her own anti-bullying foundation, so
It's very strong, a very strong organization where they give these incredible speeches about how we should all love, work together, respect each other. And this starts from a young age all the way up to adults. And they travel all around the country teaching this to schools and colleges and all kinds of organizations that are able to hop on the concept of let's get along, let's work together. That's really what the goal is.
All right. So yeah. So this has been another very, very productive session. So this recording, like I said, I'm going to post on the YouTube. As you know, I sent out an action plan, which I'll do that after the conference discussion. Is there anything else you guys want to cover? So we covered a lot. We covered on the show, we covered on the logo, we covered on the merchandising, we covered on the copywriting, and we covered on the educational platform and all that stuff. So again, I'll summarize that for everyone. So all that is covered. And obviously, Andrew is going to speak to in the coming days, tomorrow, etc., on the humanities stuff and the educational stuff. So that's going to play a critical part along with the anti-bullying. And Samantha is going to speak with Kevin on Tuesday, and also we'll speak with Amy and exactly bringing the celebrities in as well. And if we bring in the big celebrities, then we can really do this on a major scale and do this on an annual. So our goal is to do on an annual, but we can make this to what it potentially could be. Then I said it could be. So obviously, part of when the money comes in is to obviously incorporate our entity, and everyone that's contributed here will obviously be part of this entity that we create. This is Michael. Hey, Michael. There's a door on the right. Is the small door between Go down to thing. So Mike, just calling. So obviously Mike is a very important player for us as well. For those who knows who Mike is as well. So, but there's a lot of important play. In fact, everyone here is very important. Okay, so you know it's so you're all contributing. You know, like I said to you, to making history. That's the way I say it. Okay.
There's one thing I wanted to ask you about, and it's a sensitive subject, but when we say one world organization, we really need to be specific on what that means, because there's politically a lot of people who are afraid of the one world organization.
The new world order, the word is new world order. There are people that hate that word, okay?
Yes.
But the reality is, if you look at the pure English, do we want a new world? People say yes. do we want order instead of chaos? The answer is yes. So if you look at the pure linguistic term, New World Order is actually a beautiful word, but it's been tarnished. It's been tarnished so that to certain people, when you mention words like New World Order, yeah, they cringe. They think you're bringing the Nazi whatever, 19
Right.
or whatever. So yeah. So and,
One world is more.
and that is, Samantha. That's something that, as the media director, I want you to help us make sure that we get the right message in the right way.
That's what my goal is.
Yeah, I always correct that. I just say New World.
So,
Yes.
That
that's
involves
your goal.
everything, and that everybody wants.
Yeah.
So just say New World, keep it there.
Samantha, I want you to wear the biggest boots. So when I open my mouth the wrong way, I want you to stick your boot right into this big mouth, okay? So that is your, all right? So you heard it, as it's been recorded. You have my permission. If I open my mouth in the wrong way, you have the permission to stick your big boot into the hole, okay? But that's, seriously, that's something that you're absolutely right. We have to be very media savvy, let's put it that way.
It's right after the election, so when I speak to people in media and they talk to me about the events, like, split screen, when I do talk about this event, I have to be very careful on how I word it, because election time will be over and people still will not be at their, what we call mental normal at that point. It's going to be a while, so we just have to be selective with the wording that we use so that people that are not sensitive to it will understand.
Well, I point to Andrea. Originally, my one God, one religion, I called this a global religious movement. Andrea corrected me and said, no, I think you should call this a global unification movement. So I said, okay. I also called one humanity, one will. Originally, I called this a global political movement. And she said, no.
Oh, no.
No. She said, well,
if you want global peace, don't talk about politics.
Just to think that I am an obnoxious, unlistening, I do listen, okay? And I do stand corrected. So thanks to Andrea, the One God, One Humanity is now the global unification movement.
Yes.
And the One Humanity, One World, thanks to Andrea, is now the global social movement.
Actually, it goes more according to the real message. That goes for the people, not for the politicians. So I'm glad we have this wise lady, Samantha, that is going to hold the mic. Thank God we have you then. I'm glad. I don't have to be worried about big mouths then.
No.
But anyway, that's not related to Bruce Lee anyway, so don't worry about that. Only the One Humanity, One World. So that is related to. So that's what I'm saying. The one God, one religion, I'm not bringing that on board, because that can rub a lot of people the wrong way. So that's why I deliberately, that's my own global, so that's none of other people's business. That's my business, okay? But the One Humanity, One World will play a very, very important role in this. I said to Andrea, I already pictured this, blah, 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 etc. And that, with all the global organization, the educational platform, is a very integral part of what we are establishing. And that is bringing a lot of important people that will support us, okay? And that's what I said, Andrew's speaking to various parties as well on our behalf. So that's why I said Andrew is going to play an extremely important role in that capacity as well. We all are. We're all going to contribute.
And Samantha, I would love to get in touch with your foundation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Other projects.
Yeah.
So let's keep in touch after this call.
Please.
I will write you a message.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right.